Hello, everyone. I'm Blaine Gilmer. Welcome to Southeastern 14, the place for daily SEC coverage, whether you want game-by-game predictions for each team during the SEC football season, basketball news and analysis as we head to the preseason, even baseball news. It is all right here. We also have betting picks and advice from a 20-year Vegas insider here on the channel. Brian Edwards is with us. We also have Jake Crane during football season for Jake's Takes. So everything is right here at Southeastern 14, the place that covers SEC sports like nobody else. So make sure you like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and you'll enjoy a ton of SEC content. Now, today, guys, we are talking about none other than Ole Miss wide receiver Bralon Brown. Bralon Brown is a guy who was a very highly touted four-star wide receiver out of Chaminade High School down in Hollywood, Florida, out of high school. He picked Ole Miss over Georgia, was very close in that recruitment. Miami was very close in that recruitment. But at the end of the day, Bralon Brown decided to go to Ole Miss. Now, his first couple of years in the program under Lane Kiffin, things didn't materialize quite the way that he maybe thought that they would. There was some contemplation of should he stay in that program, or as is the transfer portal era, and nobody utilizes the transfer portal better than Lane Kiffin. He even contemplated, hey, going elsewhere. But there was a conversation with a former Ole Miss star, someone from the Matt Luke era, came back into Oxford and was talking with the guys there. None other than AJ Brown, former Titan star, now star for the Philadelphia Eagles. AJ Brown had back-to-back over 1,000-yard seasons, 1,200 yards one year, 1,300 yards the next for Ole Miss. And he was back talking to some of these wide receivers there for Ole Miss. And even though that was only in 2017 and 2018 when he was putting up those numbers for the Rebels, AJ Brown was sharing a little wisdom, a little sage old advice to these guys and telling them, hey, I don't really like the transfer portal that much. And they're enlisting his reasons why and talking to people about being kind of trusting a process and being able to earn things. So we've got some quotes from that conversation that those guys had. And when it came down to it, Bralon Brown is a guy who now is able to roll with the ones and has learned multiple positions thanks to staying at Ole Miss through this spring and through this summer, learning different roles and also being able to have some versatility mentally, and also being able to take his talents and, apply them in different areas of Lane Kiffin's offense. But thought it was worth reading through a little bit of this. Neil McCready over at rebelgrove.com does a great job, and he put out a story about how a conversation with AJ Brown helped Bralon Brown say, hey, listen, this is the place where I need to be, and this is where I'm going to stick it out. So, he said that AJ Brown came in and said, nowadays everyone is quick to leave, but we had AJ Brown come in over the summer. He was talking to us about how it's all about staying down and staying true to the people who recruited you and just trust the process. That's what he preached to me. Trust the process. I'm trusting it. I'm going to keep trusting it. And there's not many people better when it comes to developing guys and putting guys in positions to succeed when it comes to offensively than Lane Kiffin. He was a part of that transformation of the offense at Alabama, and has had a ton of success even while at Ole Miss there in terms of putting up points, getting guys in space, getting guys in position to make plays. And now Bralon Brown is going to trust that, and that is going to be huge for Ole Miss because, there's a lot of transfers that have come in. Trey Harris has come in from Louisiana Tech. Zachary Franklin has come in from UTSA. They've got a freshman, Aiden Williams, who's new to the system. So having a guy like Bralon Brown, third year in the system there with Lane Kiffin that knows what he's doing, him, Jordan Watkins, Dayton Wade, these are all valuable pieces that are going to be able to help Ole Miss going forward in terms of understanding the nuances in Lane's offense, providing some leadership, things like that, and him staying around and having that kind of mindset and mentality about things is really good. Here's another part of that conversation I wanted to put on to the screen here. AJ Brown to Bralon Brown, he said, trust it. It's a slow grind, but nothing good comes fast. Nothing that is substantial that lasts for a long period of time comes fast. You have to grind for everything. What a lesson. What a just life lesson that we do not hear being taught to youth nowadays, right? To anybody. I don't care if it's high school, middle school, college, whatever. There's a lot of society that teaches our young people, hey, you have to get yours now. You have to have instant gratification. They don't teach a lot of times the benefit of hard work, and also, listen, sometimes the answer to you, whether it's the answer in something you're pursuing, the answer to a prayer, whatever, sometimes the answer is no or not yet. But that doesn't mean to quit. That doesn't mean to give up. That doesn't mean to stop working for what you want to achieve. And I am just over the moon excited about AJ Brown has a new NFL fan up there with the Philadelphia Eagles, because this is what college football needs. It needs the guys that have been there, the guys that have had success, to come back and tell these players that, hey, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. And it's not just, hey, go somewhere where you can play immediately and things are going to be all hunky-dory for you and go smoothly. Sometimes it takes some bumps in the road, and sometimes it takes some adversity for you to meet things and be able to make yourself better in life, self-assess things. That's what Nick Saban said this week. They talked about, hey, what is leadership or what is experience? He said it's the ability to self-assess more quickly than others. And that is what Bralon Brown is now able to do. He stayed at Ole Miss. He has learned the system better. He's got more versatility mentally and physically in that offense now of Lane Kiffin's, and he has come out better for it and now is repping with the ones and is going to get his opportunity to shine this fall. Bralon Brown is a guy, like I said, the talent has always been there, and now he's going to get the opportunity to show what he can do in this offense for Ole Miss. Listen, talented guys over there at Ole Miss. Those transfers, like I said, Zachary Franklin and Trey Harris, they got to come in and adjust the SEC ball a little bit. But you've got some guys that have been there. Like I said, in Jordan Watkins, he's a guy who can do things in the return game. Of course, he's got a ton of catches over his time at Ole Miss there. Dayton Wade has been around, has provided some leadership. Bralon Brown actually said, hey, this is another guy that I lead on is Dayton Wade. He's kind of the old head in that room there. And then, like you said, you got JJ Henry there that has been a while. So the guys that have been there plus the incoming transfers, Ole Miss is going to have a talented wide receiver room. Now we got a question of, is it going to be Jackson Dart? Is it going to be Spencer Sanders? Who's it going to be? But exciting stuff to see guys lean on the advice of NFL players that have come before them. So good on AJ Brown for coming back, being around that Ole Miss program and giving Bralon Brown good advice, and good on Bralon Brown for listening to that advice and kind of bucking trends of the transfer portal and things like that in today's time. Guys, if you like our content, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. We'd love to have you here as a part of a community with Southeastern 14. So if you want daily SEC coverage, this is your spot. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications. And guys, we will catch you next time right here to talk more SEC football, basketball, baseball here on Southeastern 14.